Hello, this is Ronnie. As I promised you, when my YouTube channel will exceed 200 followers, I will put together here an offer to celebrate that with you. And the offer is still on, and I am happy to say that my channel is showing now that I have 245 followers. Thank you for your interest. And concerning the offer, I would like to encourage you to try to take a trial, because I priced it really at a very modest price, €1. And if you're enjoying the analysis of gold and silver here, I think it is going to be quite interesting for you to see how this analysis is fitting within the context of a much larger perspective of not just the commodities, but also the forex market. As you know, the forex market is playing a crucial role in illuminating the future path of commodities. As in currencies, you find a lot of signals as they are playing against the US dollar, which is really the pillar of the forex market. So you're going to see the analysis suddenly that you now enjoy your gold and silver. You'll see it within a wider context of the forex market, commodities, and also how the analysis of the stock market is fitting in or not within that perspective. So all of that, in case you decide to go for the daily, is going to be good for 7 days for just €1. And if you go for the weekend, that will be for 2 weeks. So I hope that you give it a chance, and it is still open. The offer will run for the coming 2 weeks. It will still be open. And if you have any question, again, don't hesitate to contact me. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the following clip, and I hope to see you at the end of this clip for the explanation of the offer. Best wishes, good trading. Bye now. Trending against the US dollar. Now this is gold, that's the monthly. The surge that we are seeing here is not going to end in 2 weeks, and not in 3 weeks. I firmly believe that this is going to be with us for several more months to come, if not a few years. So I don't buy any argument that suggests that this is just a blip and we're going to see basically gold and silver turning on a dime and basically collapsing. I just think this is misplaced. We have just too many indications from too many markets that suggest that this rally that we have seen here, coming after more than 5 years, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 years of severe bear market. This is likely to have staying power more than just another 2 weeks. And you can see that the MACD is absolutely surging. We had massive divergence on the monthly, and for my money, I am on the long side rather than a neutral or short. I think going short is insane. Oh no. why get into this torture? No. You want to be long. You want to be long. If you can't tolerate the volatility of the futures market, then just go long stocks. Yes, go long stocks. If you can't tolerate really high volatility, so go for stocks that are blue chips, that are, you know, the smaller the stock is, the higher the volatility. Yes, so you go for, or you can go for an ETF, a bullion ETF, which would be, I would imagine, the least volatile in reference to the price action. It will just be 1 for 1. Okay, so concerning the wave count that we have here, that's the daily now. I would like to introduce the idea that in fact gold may have started actually a third wave or a massive C. I'm basing my analysis on the action that I see in silver and platinum. Yes, we will have a look at those markets now. And concerning gold, we may have seen a 1-2 right here. Okay, so the one ending the one here, there was no problem. There was no really big issue. The problem was surfacing when it was giving us all these gyrations in the mid-range. But now the fact that it cleared the previous high is calling for attention. the entire structure, and I've now put forward something that I think does justice to this surge. And this surge, if I'm right, will soon continue and continue and continue, meaning we're going to see that it's got good lease of life on the upside. Okay, so let's now take it step by step. And here's the entire structure with our fifth leg of the previous run ending here. So that's our 1 or A. Okay, if you want to play it cautious, we should assume that that could be also an A, and that could be a B. Okay, just to be on the cautious side, but I don't think it's likely. I think it is more likely that this is 1, that's an A, that's a B, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 failure. Failure in the sense that it didn't go under that, but that completed your A, B, C, and that completed the second wave correction, or the B if you like. Okay, if you ask me what this is doing here, I'll tell you in a sec. Right now, let's continue with the structure that built up here. Yes, it is not the clearest pattern that I've seen in my life, but it's a pattern that for now could help us to sort out how to treat this surge if it continues. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically a 5-wave run from here that constitute the first leg of the third wave. Okay, the first leg of the third wave, that's 1, that's an ABC, that's 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, and explosion. The same thing is taking place in silver. Silver is also soaring in this way, and very similar to what's happening in platinum. And I don't need to mention the currencies. We just saw the currencies, and I repeated that we have similar structure there. So here you are. If this is correct, it's pretty obvious what needs to happen. First of all, you've got no business sinking back into the mid-range here. So absolutely no business in the world. This is totally out of character, and that will trigger the other wave count that at this point in time I don't think really it's likely. I'll just go to the 4-hour chart so that you can see what I have in mind. You see, if we break down towards 1260, I mean, we break down through 1260, I think we would have to consider that ABC must be taken as an A. And what you saw here was a trap, basically, taking the stops, and it's going to sink back and possibly go to recheck the floor, or maybe even lower, as part of an ABC. You're with me? ABC in this manner, and that might turn the second wave, might end the second wave. I don't think it's likely, because of we have seen that silver is really leading the way, and silver, the wave count in silver is not really enabling such interpretation. Not really. So I go along with the idea that this is 1, 2, that's my 1, 2, and I'm up in a third wave, and the implication is that we will have a pretty big run now. I put some forecast here as to the extent of the rally, and let's have a look. You see, if we take this as 1, and since now we assume that we have the second wave ending here, you can start working with some assumptions. Whether you're dealing with an A, B, and this is a C, or whether you're dealing with a 1, 2, 3, you can work with forecasting the Fibonacci's, the extent of the possible run. Now, equality between the A and the C, or the 1, 2, 3, will take it to 1445.57. Now, if it is a third wave, it's more likely that the third wave is going to be extended. It's going to run to 1.618. Okay, so you can see here in a fairly straightforward manner that the forecast is suggesting that we have a long way to go on the upside. A long way. We're talking about quite a few weeks of very robust price action. So that is my forecast at this point. Now here's silver, and that is the monthly. One thing you really want to watch here, and that is the amazing support that we have seen being lent by this line. You can see here on the monthly that was generated at the bottom here, 2003. Was created with touch here in 2008, and look what it did here. Now, I've seen some studies by people who think that this is a blip correction, and silver is going to dive, is going to go to pieces basically. Now, I would like to ask you, what do you think? Do you think that a market that went back to long-term support, and a market that actually sat down here for more than a year, sat down here and built a base, and you can see that throughout 14 months, if not 18 months, the real body of the candlestick was very small, and all of a sudden you get this, look, you get this takeoff here. Now, coming out of this base and coming out of the very long-term support, and at the same time you have the MACD unambiguously on the monthly giving you the same shape that we have just seen. You remember the pound US dollar, that was on the weekly. Now, you will rarely see such a thing. That is the monthly. Now, do you think that the MACD would store up so much energy, carve out this pattern, and the price action would go through 18 months of consolidation backed by the long-term support? All that in order to have a 1 month blip and then it'll continue down? No way. Absolutely no way. I put my money here. I'm telling you, this is my opinion. I could be wrong. Always I could be wrong. But it's absolutely no way, from what I know about charting, from what I can see here, there is absolutely no way in the world that this is going to reverse as if all this is just a fluke. Again, I could be wrong, you know. I could be wrong, but right now I assume that this has a long lease of life on the upside. And that's the way I treat it. And we see so many other markets. And you're going to see the next one in the next chart. So many markets that are supporting this view that this has a long lease of life on the upside. Okay, so that's our daily of silver, and that is a 1-2. And I told you, if it runs through the top here, and it does it fairly soon, it's likely telling us that this is a 1-2. Now, recently, I was putting forward the assumption that we may have seen actually a third wave here, and we had a squeezed in here fourth wave. I spend more time thinking about it. I don't think it's likely. In fact, I now like to put my weight on the idea that this is in fact a 1-2. If this is correct, and I'm on the right track with this, let's have a look at the 60 minutes. So the assumption would be that that's 1, that's an A, that's a B, and that's a C. Basically a failure C. Failure in the sense that it didn't go under the bottom here. And all of that is just a correction. All of that is the entire correction to all of this. Now, if this is correct, you are really talking about a mega bull. You are talking about an extremely powerful bull market that is basically underway. And I don't think, I don't know how to put it. Look, the fact that the market rose so much from this spot up to here, and then all it found to do is to correct like that. I mean, this in itself tells you how much power there is behind this move. So I go along with a very powerful structure here of a bull that will continue, with this being 1-2, and that's potentially a 1-2, and then you have a few variations here, but they are all in essence calling for silver to continue higher. Breaking short term under 17.4 is going to dampen a bit the momentum. It's going to call for further consolidation. So 17.4 is definitely important very short term, especially if you get a close, a daily close under that. If it's a spike and come back, that's something else. But if you get a daily close, I think it will suggest further consolidation is required. Right now, this is the structure that I'm working with. That's a 1-2. Could be a 3-4 and then a 1-2-3-4-5, just a slight pop, and then you have the first leg of the third wave terminating around here, and then you go for some lateral movement that will basically sit on top of about 17.6. will go around like that for just about 2 days, 1 or 2 days, and then it will take off take off like a rocket. Now the other alternative is showing us a more elaborate structure with a 1-2, 1-2, okay, and that's going up in a third wave that appears to still need a few legs up. You see, it's either a 1-2, 1-2, or it's a 1-2, 3-4, terminating here, tiny correction, and then look up. It's going to run and run.
Hello, this is Ronnie again. I'm back here with the page of my website, Wave Mastery. Before introducing the offer, I will very quickly run through the website, give you a 2-minute introduction. So I have what this website is about, a few articles here, you're welcome to read them. Various topics, psychology, trading and the arts. I used to actually paint in my younger years. Very much involved in arts and very visual activity that I still like to do when I have time. And why join could be interesting for you to see the various aspects that I examined as to why people might be interested in my service. Subscribe here. This is actually showing the normal rates, and you're not going to have to use that because I prepared a special page for you. Services, I have the free clip service, but in essence it's basically the same clips that I'm putting on YouTube, so I might actually alter that in the future. That's where things become more interesting for you, the resources, under the resources section. I do have chart galleries. I have chart galore 1, chart galore 2, and I also got lots and lots of charts also here. When you scroll down, you will see there are quite a lot of charts. You see, there are a lot of charts annotated and very interesting, covering many years, different markets. And if you are interested to print them or look at them in a bigger format, what you have to do, you have to bring your mouse to the point where you see a hand, okay, and then you see it changes, but only at this spot right here. If you press you click on that, left click, yeah, like that, you're going to see the page opens up and you get a U chart. You get a U chart that you can run to, you can sort of scale it to a point where it become, yeah, you either you reduce it, you can actually print it, and you can see the various labelings, and it's very annotated. Some of these charts took a long time to work on. I think that we run into a very big scale here, as you can see. It's very interesting because it covers various periods in history. Some go back to the early 70s. Here it is, you see. So it gives you an idea. There are futures, there are all sorts of markets. Okay, so that's just one thing. That's the charts, and so that is just the front page. Okay, so I have 2 other sets that contain a lot of charts. Then useful links, recommended reading list, then standard stuff with the private policy, terms of use. I don't keep any of your information. I don't sell your information. No publicity on my website. It's just straightforward business here. And then that's the page that you're really interested in. That's the special promotional offer. We'll be back there in a sec. If you want to contact me for whatever reason, you have a question, you have a problem, whatever, just press on that, you get in touch with me. Once you become a subscriber, you come back to the website. That's where you log in. You just press here, you put your username, password, you log in, you fall immediately on the page on the service that you subscribe to. So I'll explain in a sec. We also have here ability to contact me through the email. Okay, I have a page on Facebook, not terribly active. Okay, and there are 2 YouTube videos that I describe a bit my analytical approach and the range of markets. In essence, one of the reasons why I think that my service differs and in some respects is really giving you a better set of insights, that is that I cover the whole world. Not in every video, not every week, but you can be sure that if there is something big moving somewhere, I know about it. Now, what I do, I am totally dedicated to following the markets. I follow the market. I'm based in Belgium. I'm following the markets from 8 o'clock in the morning, that is Central European time, till they close in the US, which often falls my time at around 10 p.m. And sometimes where there is a change in the clock, it goes to 11 p.m. at night. So I really have a full range. And in the morning, I often also get to see the Asian markets. Some markets still trade till 10, 11 my time in the morning. Okay, Hong Kong. And what is very important in my analysis, I combine basically all the insights that I see from the European markets, the Asian markets. I combine them with the previous day's close. I look at, for example, the equity indices, and they're often very highly correlated, especially Europe and the US. Very, very highly correlated. And when you have a whole range of indices to check, it's not very difficult to see where the market wants to go. And often I can do that with very high degree of precision. My service is primarily targeted at people who are seeking to trade moves between 2 to 5 days. Okay, and you can also trade longer term moves, but then you might not get a signal every week for an entry, because there, if you get a signal for an entry, it's probably going to last several weeks. Okay, this is for the weekend subscribers, but you can also, it depends on your range of skills. You know, if you don't know a lot about the Elliott waves, you need to bring your knowledge up to speed. I can help you in that, of course, through the service, especially the daily service. But if you're interested, I also have a very interesting book that I can send you for free. It's a full-scale book by Robert Ballon. It's very, very practical book. Like my service, I'm very targeted at the practical side of things. Not much theory. We're just shooting for trades. We're about making money, not making a point, not trying to be too clever, not trying to be too correct about things. We're not trying to be theoretical. We're just shooting for trades. That's it. We just want to be in a trade. 1, 2, 3 days, get out. Search for the next one. We are not focusing on only one market. We are looking for trades in various markets. Wherever the best trade takes us, we go there. We see the best setup. It's in forex, it's in metals, it's in equity indices, it's in options, it's in a stock, whatever. We go there. Do you see what I mean? And it's also mainly targeted at people who are trading derivatives. Okay, so that's why 2 days move could be plenty for people who trade derivatives, because if you put just 1% or 2% margin of the value of the contract, you understand very well what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's now run down. I have a lot more to tell you, but I'll just focus now quickly on the offer. It's right here. So you click on that, and that leads you to the offer. But you can also have another link here. I have added actually. You can have the same page showing up through this link, through the subscribe here. Makes it more accessible for you, or through the resources. You come down here, you have the same page. The offer expires on the 16th of May. You may like to take advantage of it as soon as it is possible for you. You can benefit. You can see my work. It's only €1 for the trial, so it's €1 for 1 week for the daily service, and it's €1 for 2 weeks where it applies to the weekend service. I just want to clear one thing up front here, that the daily service includes the weekend service. Okay, so if you go on that plan of the daily, you don't have to subscribe also to the weekend. You get access to those videos as well. And as you can see, the normal price is €159 per month. I slashed it to 79 per month, and VAT charges apply, but not in all cases. I'll show you in a sec. You have to select the country where you come from. Okay, Germany, Cyprus. You see, you have a whole list of countries here. It's mainly really in Europe that the issue of VAT arises. Those who come from the UK, the US, or from Belgium, in non-EU countries, from Asia and elsewhere, they don't have to pay VAT, so the price is just 79 for them. Okay. Concerning the Wave Mastery weekend video service, that begins with a 2 weeks trial, again priced at €1. I slashed it from 59 to 29, and again the issue of VAT is the same right here. It is advisable that if you are interested in the service, after the trial, I mean, when it nears the end, you just do nothing. The program, the plan that you sign up when you take the trial will lead you to the scheduled monthly payment, okay, at 50% off. And this price will be good for 12 months. I pledge to keep the price at this level for 1 year. That will give you plenty of time to assess my work, to make money, and see whether you like to continue or not. And when you want to proceed here, to have an example of the continuation of the subscription procedure, you press, for example, let's go for this one, okay? You are from the US or UK, you press on this button, what you're going to get is you go to PayPal, the pay page, and that's what you get. Now, my full name is Aaron Fatal. Ronnie is my nickname, and that's how I like you to call me. But my full name is Aaron Fatal, and if you go on the page, so don't be surprised suddenly, what is this doing here? Well, that's me, okay? And it is going to be a special offer, UK, USA, Belgium, Wave Mastery Daily Video Service. Here you are, €1 for 7 days. It's in French, but because it's in Belgium, and then it's 79 every month. Okay, and you fill in, basically you go through that. Once you pay, what you're going to see is this. You're going to get a page that will tell you, again, that's me, you have paid, Mr. So-and-so, and we are going to take you back to his website. Please wait 5 seconds. You see? Please wait 5 seconds. We're going to take you back to his website, and they're going to take you to this page. You're going to come to this page. It's really important now that you pay attention, okay? This is the page that you really have to fill in everything that is required in red. So you choose a username, choose carefully because you can't change it. Once you choose it, you can't change it. Password you can change, but not username. Okay, you have to put in your first name, last name, if you're a company, VAT. If you're not, just skip that. Address. I do need to know your address for the VAT purposes. Also here you have to pay attention. You have to write I'm a new user. Okay, you have to put I'm a new user. You run down here and you have address line. You have to put okay, that's the second address. If you put already your address there, it's enough. Then city, zip code, country. Very important. I need to know which country you're coming from. Put your email. Make sure that that's correct email, otherwise you lose contact with me. And then you password, you click it twice, you press submit, and what happens then? You go straight onto my active subscribers list. What you get is exactly the page you fall on immediately, the page of the service you subscribe to. So we chose the daily service videos. Okay, that's what you're going to get, and you can see all the links classified by date. Do you see? February 19th, February 20th, February 18th. I have quite a bit of archive. You can go back and see a bit if you have time. And that's it. Now, when you log out, when you want to come back, you remember you come back through the login here. Okay, now again, if you have any question, any problem, you get into some blockage in the subscription or whatever, something doesn't work, or you have another thing I like to ask you is that feel free to let me know which market you're interested in. Okay, feel free to let me know, because I would like to cover markets that are of interest to my subscribers, obviously. So let me know. It's possible I already cover it. If I don't cover it, I will make an effort to include it in my videos from time to time. And also feel free to ask me specific questions. Once you're a subscriber, ask me specific questions or specific trades, and to the extent of my disposable time, I will of course answer and try to do my best to help you. So I hope this introduction is satisfactory. Again, if you have any question, don't hesitate, get in touch with me. I am based in Europe, so if you write to me late in the evening in the US, obviously I won't reply on the spot. I'll see it only the next day. Okay, so bear with me. Other than that, I would love to hear from you. Hope you succeed in trading. Hope I can help you. All the best. Bye now.